special podcast tonight. I've got an old friend from way back. I'm sure any of you Leavenworth folk will remember this guy. There was a band back in early 2000s that was four young punk kids that I remember myself. I just remember they're young and cocky. I got their lead man here, and 20 some years later, almost 20 years later. So um, I'll just pop up this for you guys. Whoops. Goddamn. I suck at this. Okay, there we go. Boom, I'll pop that picture. That's the picture. I don't know when that was taken. I'm thinking, judging by Steven's face, it has to be somewhere around 2002, 2001-ish. Without further ado, my man, Stephen Strange. Stephen Strange right there. Some of you Leavenworth folk might remember him from the early 2000s. They were a bunch of young kids, man. The name was Skate.
Schultz is focused on our.
Nice. My producer sucks. Just kidding. It's my wife. I guess while I'm talking. Sorry. Steven's gonna come over here. We're gonna have a quick chit chat. Just forgot how good this dude was. How talented this guy is. It'd been a while since Steven and I have been. But 2003, I left town. I moved to Wyoming. You want to kick the lights on, Mom? Jamie. It's just not her name. It's a joke. Oh God. Sorry. Give me a second, guys. I'll get set up here. So anyway, I left town in 2003. Man, this is what I remember this dude looking like. Of course, I'm sure I don't look the same as I used to either. But he was a good-looking kid. Maybe too good-looking. I don't know. We're gonna get a story. We're gonna get a little bit of insight on what happened, why he is so awesome, and what he's doing with his life now. So, yes, I don't. That's 2002.
The picture you're showing is from 2000.
Okay.
I was
19. Oh, wow. So 19 years old. And let me tell you guys, like, this dude's I'm just blown away at how much talent. I mean, you guys heard him. That shit was live. I mean, that was live and like literally on the drop of a hat, he played that. I shared this with several of the music and entertainment groups that I know around the city. And man, you guys, this dude is like talent just sitting around and I'm burning. He's an artist too. He's an amazing artist. Yeah, you can put so. I see you, man. So he's showing me. So what he's doing is showing me. We're waiting on the cameras to get set up so we can have an actual conversation and kick this podcast into gear. He was nice enough to play a live version of a song that he wrote. He's like wrote. How many songs have you wrote, bro? I mean, yeah. Do you know? Do you even know? He can't even tell me how many songs he's wrote. He writes his own shit. He doesn't. He's not a cover band, guys. Like, dude is an artist in the true sense. I'm not gonna show you this label because they're not paying me yet. But you want to set that up for us so that we can? No, just like you can clip it to the table. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need the sound. So yeah, because I'm tired of the camera like being on me. I mean, I'm like, it looks like I get beat up a lot. Um, so yeah, is that funny? You got jokes? I'm glad. Really? Are this out loud? All right. She said that out loud. All right. So anyway, we're gonna get this podcast set up. We're gonna talk with Steven for a little bit. We're gonna have just a little podcast conversation. I've got my assistant Jamie over here helping me out, and her name's not really Jamie. It's Kara. No, just Steven. I got one of me. Oh, I guess we could. Yeah, like put us both in it. That's a great. It's a good idea because I look really bad at this. From what I'm looking at, I get beat up a lot. Like I'd fight for a living or something. And yeah, I don't want to look at me anymore. Kidding. So, did you kill the stream on it? You have to go back to the. So you're not on there. So you need to go back to my Gmail and click the stream. Okay, so I don't have you on here. Go into the studio. Just a second, people. Just a second. Here, look at something else. Boy. Okay, everything's good. Like you're not on here. What you need to do is go and click the link that I sent to my email. Okay, so now it should say enter the studio. So then enter the studio. Let me see it. Okay, now scroll down. You'll see enter the studio. Hey, there you go. Atta girl. Wow. Hey, there you are. What do you know? Yeah, you can put me in there too. Are you in there? I don't know. This way. Wait. I'm in there. It's reversed on mine. So this way. Whoa. Let me do that. I don't get to see you got to come this way towards me. Me and Steve are just gonna have to get a little closer. Steven. Okay, yep. That'll work. We're gonna call it good. Okay, so yeah, my face is like totally hidden. We're just gonna do whatever. Wait. Yeah. Well, all right. So he's. Yes, she did. Okay, he would love one of these. All right, so get this out. Like it's looking like idiots. All right, there you go. Let it go. All right, so Steven, you're on. I'm on. Wrong way. So man, let's. So tell me a little bit about.
I can tell you a little bit about anything because I start off and I can't stop.
Okay. So
make the question good because it's going to be a long answer. No matter
what. So first question. So let's just talk. I don't have questions. So I want to talk to you because I'm interested too. When I left town in 2003, it was like, dude, you guys were on top of the world. Scapegoat was on top of the world. I was honestly, when I left town, I thought I would probably read next about you guys. It would be you guys that like had made it big. And that's I met up and had 3 kids. I didn't have myself. My wife had them at the time. So let's go with 2003 on. What happened?
2003 on.
So just basically, man, when I left town,
the album dropped. You didn't leave in
You're just talking about, bro.
In 2002.
I did leave in 2003, yes, sir.
Blur to the guy. Had this album come out yet? When you left town?
Man, dude, I was
upside down.
Oh shit. Okay, so this was their album in 2003. What was it called?
No, it was 2002. It's called Hate Incorporated.
Hate Incorporated.
Hate Inc.
Hate Inc. You can find them on YouTube. Man, Steven's on there performing. He's performed in front of
everybody.
A lot of audiences, big audiences. Did you open up for a big ass band?
Slayer, Jackal.
He opened up for Slayer. Yeah, they were death metal back then. Steven has actually grown as a musician into other genres, right? You play all kinds of shit.
Singer songwriter.
Yeah, he singer songwriter. He does it all. Talk about the 2003 on. I don't want to interrupt you. Sorry. 2003 on Leavenworth. You guys are talking about.
Okay, so 2002, the album came out, and we paid out of pocket for this record. Actually, my guitar player at the time put everything on a credit card to ensure that we had the best possible product, which, I mean, we did. In Kansas City, it was second to none.
Where you guys recorded at? What studio?
Chapman Recording Studio.
Nice.
Tech Nine recorded there exclusively. Korn did some shit there. A lot of it was. We went from a budget basement at Dan Smith, name drop Dan Smith Studio on Prospect. We did our first 2 records with him, but this one we had already got the attention of some cats from Adventure Music out of Nashville and had signed a development deal, so we had to produce a product that was worthy of shopping, I guess. Also produced, all the art was done in house. Everything was done in house. Send it off to disc makers. They did their thing, put a UPC symbol on it, blah blah blah. So we're peaking by the top pinnacle, blah blah blah. And my best friend in the world, Doug, decides, well, he doesn't decide, but at that point in his life, it was time for him to.
No, Doug is who?
Doug is my drummer.
Doug is your drummer. Okay.
My
drummer
best friend.
schedule.
Yeah, best friend since kindergarten.
Best
Straight
friend
up.
since kindergarten.
And he had done ROTC in high school. He had dreams of going on. He wanted to serve his country, and that was totally cool.
So you lose your drummer.
I lost my best friend and my
and
drummer
and your best friend.
and my drive.
And he was the motivator. So
There's just, that dude and I, when how like people are into sports and video games and shit and whatever, we were into music, period, and that was it. So like, we had several band names growing up. We used to charge.
you guys have been playing together your whole life.
Yeah, we used to charge my folks. We practiced in my room, which is where the washer and dryer was at, and we wouldn't let my folks come through and do laundry unless they paid 10 cents a head to see us play. I had a major ego from jump. I knew I was going to be fucking huge. And if I wasn't going to be, I was going to fake it till I made it. So, I always overhyped myself. You were in the presence of greatness. So if you didn't know it, that was your fucking problem. That was your fault. So,
Now did that help you or hurt you?
it helped me.
It helps you.
Yeah. It helped me.
You gotta believe, right? You gotta believe. in yourself.
Denial is a hell of a drug. It helped. Hell yeah. Because, people want to be next to something great. If you think you're great and you come off as great and you fucking exhibit great, they want to be next to you. They're going to invest in you and they're going to, you got to have an army. And we did. You know that. You fucking know that.
All right, so we're working with one mic here. It's okay. Actually, you can use
We just put Productions is going to go get us a drink real quick.
go, babe or Jamie. Can you bring over the iPad so that we got another mic?
Where do you want it at?
Just put it right next to us so it will be good. What?
Your label.
What about my labels? I ain't worried about that shit. That was a joke.
Oh, this is just.
Drinking their beer.
Oh, it just okay. Never mind. It's just mine.
Yeah, we'll just use the mic. Just put it down. You don't have to worry about the camera. There you go. So go over next door and log in and look at your Facebook and look at the live stream. Make sure that sounds good.
He never says please. How does that make you feel?
Would you take it easy, dude? Trying to get me the dog ass guy trying to sleep on the couch.
I think maybe this podcast would be about something else. Let's talk about you.
Me, I'm not interested.
Let's talk about your couch.
So let's continue here. So anyway, you lose your drummer. Your best friend. Goddamn, I hate this camera on this damn laptop. So we're using the laptop. We're on location here. Actually, it's cool. We're at
Testament Tattoo.
Are you hosting the show or am I?
I want to. I think I could.
You can. I've seen you. Like, so I can't wait till we get the story of you going Florida. But anyway, so Steven, we are at his job where he manages down at Testament Tattoo in Leavenworth, Kansas. I'm going to give him a plug because Clint's done some work on my back. And maybe he'll give me some more work for Platinum. We don't know. We're going to find out. So we got Steven. He does manage down here at Testament Tattoo. Clint does some good work.
And I pierced.
He's a piercer down here also. Yep. So if you need anything pierced, he does pierce genitalia. So just to let you know, I had my balls pierced last week. My manager took care of him.
I pierced the butthole chef back.
What? What? No,
Bro, that was somebody else.
that didn't happen at all. Okay, so
I didn't pierce the butthole either.
we're going to go into the drummer left. It wasn't even Doug, right?
No,
Steven is the only one I really do closely. The rest of the guys, they were all. I made a video back then riding motorcycles. I'm sure Leavenworth folks all remember that too. Anybody that was around back then, it was popular at the time, and we were going to use Scapegoat as our soundtrack on the video itself. We never got it professionally produced. I just did it off my own computer, which if anybody's like, obviously, if you watch this podcast, you have probably subscribed to the Digital Alchemy channel, and you see some of the work that I do now. Maybe one day I'll show you this motorcycle video. It was a group of us, and we were the same age as Steven, so I was probably 20, 21 at the time when we made it.
when it was the shit.
It was a cool video, dude. Hey,
Nobody had done nothing like that yet around here, and it was premiere, and it had bar music and stunts, and it still is.
yeah, we were the first, man. Like that group of kids that I rode with, they're all men now, and I'm still friends with all of them. Sound good? Can you hear Steven?
Oh, you can't see my comment, so I can hear him, but you
Yeah, I
have
can
an
see it.
echo.
I have an echo. Okay, that's that iPad right there.
Okay.
That iPad needs to be turned down.
It is turned down all the way. I already
Well,
did.
where are we getting audio? I bet
Right
it's not.
here.
God.
No, that's turned down.
No, I can hear you.
Okay, we'll turn it down.
Mute it.
Let's get just turn it down. God, I mean, mute it, whatever.
I did turn it down, but
Hey, just because we're married.
So I turn it down all the way, but I still hear you.
Okay.
On your phone, I turn it down. I mute the mic on this. Do you not want to mute?
Yeah, mute the mic. That'll work perfect.
But there's sound still coming from this.
There's sound still coming from that. I don't hear an echo now. Okay, I think I got it. It's maybe because I'm logged in to Facebook on here. I don't know. We're gonna figure this out, people. No, it's the iPad.
This is turned down all the way.
Okay, well, let me mute it. We're gonna figure this out, people.
It's yours.
No, that's Steven's.
Do you want one?
You gave me one already. Okay, we don't need the mic muted on Steven's. We need the sound volume down.
I didn't. Okay.
Amateur hour. Amateur hour. Okay, like where? It's coming from my phone.
Yes, and this too. You can hear the noise in. You can't take that off.
I'm baffled. So we've got an echo. It's pissing me off. Oh my God. So anyway, we're gonna go on with this story. We will.
Keep going, I'll figure it out.
Oh shit! Hold on a second. Stop. Let me try this. Now we're. Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from, but it's definitely echoing. You figured it out? It doesn't sound like you figured it out.
Give me a sec.
This is terrible. Okay, well, it's going to take more than a second. Anyway, continue, man, before we lose viewers. Doug left. What happened after that?
Doug left to join the Marines. Okay, so fast forward just a little bit. I get an opportunity to go work with AMP Television.
Okay, so back in 1999, a dude named Keith Dressel and a dude named Jamie Oldacre and a dude named Chuck Bednart from a company called Adventure Music, name drop, Jamie. Jamie Oldacre was Eric Clapton's drummer. He played for Ace Frehley, Eric Clapton on I Shot the Sheriff on up.
Eric Clapton's drummer.
Yeah, you
Okay.
remember the Live Aid in like '84 or whatever, that big shit? That's Jamie Oldacre playing the drums at that shit. So he's a big swinging dick from way back. And he flew up here to Leavenworth.
It's perfect, babe. I don't care. That's fine.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Sorry. Go ahead, man. Now we're set, guys. Okay, so
So
you
anyway,
get an opportunity.
99, they fly up here to Leavenworth to see Little Scapegoat play.
They fly up here to see Scapegoat play.
How did they find out in Nashville that Scapegoat was his up and coming band? Well, Keith Dressel, the president and CEO of Adventure Music, had a niece that went to Pleasant Ridge. She sent him a bio of our shit. We put on the production. It was all we did everything ourselves. All the art, all the lighting, the scenes, sound. It was all in house. And
Right, you guys were garage band that did it yourselves, right? But you,
mhm.
bro, like so. Not to get off subject, but didn't you guys win like Battle of the Bands down here at the
Mhm.
Riverfest like 3 years in a row or something like that?
2 years in a row.
3 years in a row. They used
No,
to
it was
have,
2 because the third year they didn't even have.
They made you judges, right?
Right, but then nobody entered because all the other bands had talked so much shit throughout the year. Wow, we had a buddy who later
You
became
guys were how old when this happened?
18, 19, and 20.
So
I still have the trophies, dude. No shit.
So Leavenworth used to have a festival.
That was monumental to me.
Leavenworth used to have a festival here. I remember it because it was right before I left town to go live in Wyoming. So hey, Mike Riker says Britt Hansen, Grant, and Greg Sunday. Yep. Bunch of asshole writers. Yes, we know it. Now,
Mike Riker?
Yes.
What up, Mike Riker?
He's
That's
on.
my dude right
He's tuned
there.
in. Yep.
That's the OG guitar player. He's fucking.
So he's a guitar player from Scapegoat.
Yeah.
So we got another member of the band from Scapegoat. Hey, I'll send him a link, man. You want to get on, Mike? You want to get on with us?
Let him get on, dude. Come on.
Let's do it, man. I'm gonna send you a link,
Fuck.
Mike. Yeah, that'll rock, dude. That's a great
That
idea. I
would be
forgot all
cool.
about that. I'm gonna send you an invite right now, bro. We're gonna get everybody up in this mother. You got any other
That's
Scapegoat
cool.
members that we can get a hold of? Hey, call them up.
Don't be shy. Call him up. Fuck, I don't even know. That's my dude. Him and I just jammed. We did a jam session like a couple of weeks ago. He lives in Wichita and shit, so I don't see him very often. But he came up and we got to play a little bit, and I mean, the response to that was fucking awesome, dude. If we had a reunion show, like
That'd be great, bro.
like how they have high school reunions. If we did a Goat House reunion, it would be fucking a felony. It'd be awesome. It'd be so much fun.
Okay, so Mike, I sent you a link, buddy, in your messenger. Click it, follow the instructions. Numbers, maybe. I don't know what that is. Arrow May.
Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie is her name now. So here's Mike Riker. This is the guitarist from Scapegoat, and we're trying to get him on there. I don't think he's viewing right now.
Motherfucker.
I think that
You scared him away.
I did. He's like, oh yeah, I'm not getting on. We'll see if he responds. He usually looks at his messages. He helped me out with a car issue that I had. He's a mechanic now, I believe.
He did.
Yeah, man, I had a car, man, my freaking Jetta, dude. My Jetta, yeah, dude, this thing dude. That's hashtags. Right. Hashtags. Hashtag everything, Kara. Like
Hashtags. That was my stripper name back in college.
what?
Nothing.
Stupid. Yeah, I'll worry about that later. So anyway, so Mike Riker, what do you keep getting up for, bro? You're killing me. I'm trying to talk to you, have a conversation
You
here.
keep silencing me. I'm trying to tell a story.
You've got to
I-
sit around and wait
keep
for it. We're having a
cutting me off.
conversation. I know I'm
I'm
interrupting
gonna
you.
go to the green room and have a cigarette.
Get your ass back over here, man. We're trying to talk. We got viewers and everything. Mike, if you get on, buddy, I'll we can kick you right in here. So, guitarist also from Scapegoat is hopefully going to get on. Now, stop getting up.
Okay, well, stop.
God
Fuck
damn
it.
it.
Let me tell my
Hey.
story.
All right. Well, this is how it works. I'm going to interrupt you. You're going to tell a little bit of the story. I'm going to interrupt you again. And then I'm going to go into something else that's interesting that I've been wanting to ask you for a while.
Okay.
And then whatever we do, we got to come back to the main story. All right.
Okay.
So continue with the winnings of the
Riverfest
Okay,
Battle
yes,
of the Bands.
Riverfest. Okay, Leavenworth had a Riverfest and it was awesome. It was cool, man. They would shut down the entire Delaware Street all the way through downtown. I don't know what the freaking crap happened to it because it was popping when I left, and I was actually looking forward. There's one thing I was looking forward to moving back to this area was coming down to Riverfest because it was the first couple of years it was really big. We actually were going to do a stunt demonstration or whatever you want to get, stunt show at Riverfest one year, and we didn't get our entry in time, so we were going to do it the next year, but I had moved away by then. So anyway, my man here wins the they have a battle of the bands every year down at this Riverfest, and my man here, him and Scapegoat, won 2 years in a row. The third year they decided to make them judges, so that was really cool. I thought that was cool hearing about, and it was definitely an accomplishment. Now continue with the story, sir.
So nobody entered the competition though because so many people had trash talked the band that they didn't enter. So they said fuck it, and they built us a stage over on by the Landing Floor Theater on Delaware.
Right?
And that show was friggin' epic. That was god damn. If anybody has that show on tape, dude, I will give you $100 cash money right now for it. We opened the show we had a scrim across the front of the stage and opened with a song called Medal of Honor. Our momentum grew. It was an addiction almost, man. We set the bar really, really, really high, and I was a slave driving asshole, but I wanted to.
You were a motivated
I wanted
kid,
to
man.
be a star. I want to be famous. and
I was
wanted-
amazed at your motivation, dude. Like it was pretty fun to watch.
It was hard for a lot of people directly under my ass. That's why some people didn't work
Well,
out.
egos-
But it's just it's just that I can't,
Ego gets in the way sometimes.
and I can't help that shit, man.
Yeah, I
I
think that getting that, like doing it the way you guys are doing it, and like you have to I don't know, because I mean I could just imagine like playing a concert. Like I fight in front of a big crowd, but like it's just it's quite a bit different. They get up there and playing like some type of dude, you're playing music, and music is like emotional.
Dude, it goes from sitting on your bed in the bedroom with a notepad to a stage in front of all of these people where you have a lighting and you have smoke and you have all this shit and basically, man, there was a light that I wanted to be viewed in. There was a light that I had to be portrayed a certain man, like after
So you had a vision of basically. Let me see if I can figure.
go big or go home.
Right,
man.
right. So you had a vision of what you felt like your image and the band's image needed to be.
Well,
that
it's just
makes-
like that, dude. The whole expression "fake it till you make it." If you the bar was set extremely high because there were local bands, and I mean like Kansas City
Yeah,
based bands
KCK.
that
Or
I
KC
found out. When I
Metro.
found out they were local, I was like, oh shit, I can't ever compete with that. So it just drove me more. And I mean, I
So, like-
lived, breathed, eat, slept. You know, like I don't
So what
like
did you do?
sports. I'm not into sports. I'm into like I don't know stats. I don't know shit. I don't know, but I know music and I know people like their real names and their hometowns and blah blah blah. And I know what type of amp they used on this album. Blah 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 blah. I mean,
So
I'm a,
like
a
if
gear nerd.
what would so what were kind of some of the steps you took to, like, so you saying you looked at these bands and
Goal
you're
chart.
like
Every year there was a goal chart, a
Okay.
ridiculous goal chart. And
what's
at
it-
the
what's
end
this
of it,
goal chart?
it was like this like gold chart on a piece of poster board with steps, man. At the very top of it, every year was a record contract, but it would say like be in 11 more times, and it would be on there 7 times. You know, we got to make news 7 times.
So you guys made this goal chart.
I made this goal
Okay,
chart.
I get it.
This was shit. I mean, because we partied hard, and the only way to justify the partying and the sex, drugs, rock and roll was to be successful in the rock and roll. We had a shitty ass gig once, dude, and the after party was bigger than the gig, and I was like, because we're not going to celebrate a shitty gig. We're all here partying, and it makes the music secondary. The music, the gig was horrible. The turnout
Right.
was horrible. The performance was fucked. So having all these people here having a good time afterwards seemed like,
You got people showing up for the party, but not the concert.
yeah. So they got kicked. Everybody go home. Something very epic happened that night, and that's for another podcast. But because I got left alone and the party got,
So
it's just,
so let me ask you this.
the partying was a reward. We
So
had
let me
we
ask you
played
this.
hard, but we worked harder.
Let me
So,
ask you this. So were there other steps that you took? I see. So you made the goal chart. Was there other steps you took? Like, did you try to maybe go to, like, I don't know, get some? Because I know you know music, bro. Like I've seen that. That blows me away how much you actually know music. You play several different instruments. Like that's impressive that you're just so in tune to music, and I admire that. But the question I have, I guess, is were there any other steps you took? Like, did you go to try to maybe hit singing lessons? Did you try to maybe get other lessons or anything like that? To try to make your, like, because you said you were comparing yourself to these other bands, you didn't feel like you guys were going to stack up. Was there any steps you took as far as like preparing for gigs other than just going and playing?
no, man. Because it's one of those, if you can dream it, it can be done type of deals. And here's where that kind of it fucked me, was that art is expression. You can't. If I knew then what I know now, you can teach art. There's a lot to learn in art, and I blew an art scholarship because um, that was my mentality at the time. But if you can dream it, it can be done. Flash pots, the explosions on stage. If you take a coffee can and fill it this full of black powder, and you shave off an extension cord exposing the wires.
I don't know if we should be putting this on the podcast.
Yes, we should. You put them, you drill holes in the coffee cans and stick that into where it's in the black powder. You plug all those into a power strip. When you turn that power strip on,
this. We're gonna bleep this out.
nope. Do this, man. Your parents will think you're awesome.
I definitely disagree with that.
Do it outside. Yes, they will, because my parents funded this shit from the very beginning because they were just happy I wasn't into drugs.
Bro.
They were happy that I was doing something
it's not
with my life.
Anymore, man.
I was 11 years old, knew what the fuck I was going to be when I grew up, and I stuck on that path, period.com. Did I make it? Yep. Did I make $1 million? Nope. But maybe I did. I don't know. Collectively, I did. But making it is an eye of the beholder. Either way, man. Flash pots. Anyway, damn. I got so many stories. I go on and on.
Yeah, man. Let's not talk about those. I don't want to talk about any kind of explosives. So let's go on with. So what happened? We got you got the Florida opportunity because you knew somebody pleasant.
Okay, wait. Yes. No.
No.
So we played that December 11th gig with Adventure Music coming up from
December
Nashville.
11th was the one at
Hollywood Theater.
Hollywood Theater. Okay.
And I was 19.
And you were passing a kidney stone.
Yep.
Okay.
So them cats came up, saw us play. It was a Toys for Tots gig. The band actually donated more toys than the whole entire, and it was a sold out thing too.
So the band donated to Toys for Tots.
Yep.
These guys were 19, 20, 21 years old. They were doing shows at that age, and they were donating proceeds to
All kinds of
to
charities.
charities, which is super cool because I know you guys were young and you were paying for everything out of pocket.
Yep.
So anyway, continue.
Yeah, but I mean, like, well, that was a whole other lesson in its own. But we're gonna go live. We're gonna take a call now. No, we're not. Right. So anyway, so we signed a development deal for a year and a half. It was for a year initially with Adventure Music. Okay. It got extended for another 6 months, and inevitably they told us that they couldn't do anything with us professionally because of my lifestyle, my lifestyle choice. They said we can't put you on the road because, from a business point of view, you would die, basically.
Okay. Yep. No, we're in. Okay. So we got the audio figured out. Continue. Um, Steven was talking about we had an audio issue. It's fixed. It should be.
Oh, mine froze.
Yeah. No, it's fixed because I see what I did. I turned the mic off of the iPod or iPad. Um, so Steven was talking about the
Going to Florida.
Going to Florida. He got offered a gig in Florida to host a TV show, right?
Yeah.
I remember this TV show. It was based like a kind of like a metal based show.
It was like American Idol, but heavy metal. Shit.
Heavy metal American Idol. This is before any of that shit was around. So one band would win like a competition or whatnot, and it would be like given a contract for to play
the record deal, and the
record
record deal was from Big Three Records, which was the main financial contributors to Big Three were Cheap Trick. So Robin Zander from Cheap Trick was on board, providing the record deal for the winning band. It was going to be, I don't even remember the logistics of it, 32 weeks, 16 weeks. I don't even remember.
I remember.
All I know
watching
is
it
that
on-
we went all across the country, filming a lot of
so
bands.
this was after. So Doug leaves, the drummer for
Yeah.
Scapegoat leaves, and your best friend. So your next move is. You think maybe the band's breaking up? Did you think about replacing the drummer? What was your thoughts?
The band as a Scapegoat was going to be like the house band for Rock and Brawl, which we did. We performed on the debut show.
Now, Rock and Brawl was the name of the show that you were hosting down in Florida.
Yeah,
Okay. Scapegoat without Doug, though.
right.
Okay. So they're going to replace him as a drummer.
Yeah,
Okay.
man, there's a whole lot of in betweens,
Well,
but
you ain't got to worry. Just the basic facts are
basically, man.
important.
So we went down. I went down to Florida. I was the host of Steel Dream, or the voiceover host of Steel Dreams, which was the flagship show because that was before West Coast Choppers and before Orange County Choppers.
Yeah, it was like a reality show.
And all that shit. But Steel Dreams was the show that kicked that off. It actually aired here in Kansas City on the WB network, WB 29 on Saturday afternoons at 2:30. So having that show is what got investors involved to fund the Rock and Brawl, the Rick Vito Blues Party, the Scuba Scouts. There was a bunch of others. And I worked on all of them. I was post production music editing supervisor for all 5 shows. Voiceover host of Steel Dreams and the actual physical host for Rock and Brawl. And
So you got life by the horns, bro.
I did, yeah. I was 24.
You're 24 years
23.
old, and you're hosting a reality show before reality shows had just went crazy, and that's all they make anymore. But you got life by the balls. Continue.
So, and I just had a daughter at that time too.
Just had a child.
I had to move. She was a month old when I moved. So, but it was a no-brainer. It was like, let's go down to
Opportunity of a lifetime.
Clearwater, Florida. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, it was my grandparents that talked me into doing it because I didn't want to leave, man. I don't want, home is where the heart is, blah, blah, blah. But, I know everybody here. I'm comfortable here. Because you go from where you're somebody to where you're absolutely nobody. That sucked at first, but it didn't take long to make a name down south. So, fast forward, basically, the CEO that signed us to a development deal in 1999, who signed me to a deal in 2004, basically misappropriated funds. Let's just go with that. He misappropriated the funds, and production values dipped. Investors were putting in money into shows, and so like in TV, when you do television, people buy ad time, which is they buy commercial time during your television show.
Correct. Yep.
Based on the demographic that you're trying to reach. So we were reaching 18 to 34-year-olds. Our sponsors were like
Mike responded. Continue. I'm listening.
Coca-Cola, Axe body spray, shit like that. And based on, you have to have good programming in order for people to want to buy ad time during your program. Because if your program sucks, people aren't going to watch your program. And if people aren't going to watch your program, then people aren't going to buy ad time during that program.
Correct.
So you have to keep production value high so that you're entertaining, And so the more entertaining you are, the more major sponsors are going to want to buy ad time. And that's all it's about is money. And it's all about ad time. So as production values dropped and sponsors left, inevitably the network itself sold remaining stock off, and basically it was back home. That was 11 months. That was a quick ride, and back home I came to rebuild Scapegoat, who had been sitting here lying in wait the whole entire time. They were very patient and very cool. And we still had that album that we were pimping. So
right now that the album was the album was
the Hating
Hate Incorporated was had come out not long before that, correct?
2 years before that.
2 years before that. Okay. Well, anyway, continue.
So I come back home. I've got a guitar player. I got Wade, and basically, shit, man, this is a part that I should probably wait and talk about.
Don't say anything that.
I'll wait till I consult some of the other guys
before
before I talk
about this. Bro. Don't say anything that's gonna hurt feelings or bring up bad memories or anything like that, man. Just stick to the basics, man, and you don't got to get too involved or too detailed, man. Just tell us the basics. Hey, this is what happened. I came back. You know what? Things happen.
It's all about perspective, dude. And everybody has their own perspective on why shit went down the way it did. So I'm just gonna.
There's probably 4 different stories.
Sure. Well, how it goes. There's 3 sides to every story: his side, her side, and the truth.
Correct.
So same thing with here. So anyway, Scapegoat defunks officially in 2005,
and that was like where you guys officially had decided that it was over. There was no more Scapegoat.
Yeah, and like at that time, still, I knew it was a business, but it was later on that I realized it was a fucking business. So Scapegoat defunks. We go our separate ways. I wanted to be a full time dad. Moved all the band shit out and made it a playroom for my daughter Haley. And
Man, now so I can relate to this. Um, so not to pull you out of your story, but I can relate to the feeling of man, maybe it's time that to move on with this dream. I did it with fighting also when I was 33. I felt like I took a really tough fight. I got hurt. I got like my jaw was swole shut. I went into work that Monday, and I my boss comes out and my eye was black, my jaw was swole shut. I couldn't eat solid food for it was at least a week. At least a week before I could actually chew it all. My boss comes out and he's looking at me, and I had a decent job. I just had my third kid. Uh, I'm sorry, I just had Ashlyn. I was 33. Yeah. So anyway, I just had my second kid. Anyway, I got to the point where I was thinking that maybe I just quit fighting altogether. And I did. I stopped for 2 years. Now, let me just tell you what it did for me, and I want to ask you if this is how if this is what it did to you. I feel like if you don't do something, if you do something because you feel like you're doing something you love, and you stop doing what you love for responsibilities, which is admirable. Man, I couldn't. After 2 years of not fighting, man, I was
lost.
yeah, bro. I was lost. I had no outlet. I wasn't. My only drive was to better my kid's situation, which is admirable, and like it's still a drive I have. But I've also figured out that life is too short, man, and that you should always do something for yourself. This is a lesson that goes out to parents, young parents. Um, Man, don't stop your dreams because you have kids, man. You can work around it. You can find ways.
No, you will because it'll happen. It just
Well,
happens.
money is
You can't
a
suppress
problem.
what you're supposed to be. What you are supposed to be is
Exactly.
what you will be. That's why Mike Riker is a mechanic. That's why Doug fucking Fox is a goddamn Marine. And
If that's
why
what they
I'm
love
still
it,
doing what I do.
if they
That's
love
because
it, then
that's
they
what they
love
were
it.
born to be. And
Yeah.
that shit, you can see that the whole entire time. You will fall into the slot you were born to be in. Period.
Let me see if Mike messaged us back yet. Mike has not even looked at his messages. He's offline now. No, it says he's active, but he has not looked at his messages.
I love you regardless, Mike.
No, hold on, man. He's ignoring J-Dub. Not nice. Mike Riker, man, calling out to Mike Riker. I see that you I sent him a link, invite him on. This is the guitarist for Scapegoat. Steven's telling us stories about
he might not want to talk about it, dude.
hey, exactly. If that's the deal too, hey Mike, I respect that too. At the same time, man, if you still want to get on, bro, the invite is just follow click the link and follow the instructions.
That's my brother, dude. I love him, period. But like he left the band on. It wasn't the best terms, so he might not want to talk about it.
Well, I mean, like, it probably sounds like probably nobody was on good terms. You guys were young, man. Like, I think maybe that should come into some kind of like.
Because, dude, like I didn't know. I knew what I wanted to be when I grew up, but I didn't want to grow up. So I explained that.
You're killing me, bro.
Fat.
No, I get it. So anyway, so you guys broke up. So now I ran into Steven a couple years ago. I moved back. So I moved to Wyoming in 2003. I did not come back until 2014 with 3 kids. They're all awesome, but they were born in Wyoming. I was born in Wyoming myself. I moved to Kansas when I was 11. I moved to Leavenworth, and I lived here pretty much my whole life. But a lot of my family, they all come from. I don't have any family here really, other than brother and sister that moved here also with me. So I moved back in 2014, and I ran into Steven at a mutual friend's house. I don't know, a couple years ago, probably 3 years ago, maybe. Anyway,
that dude was a big player back in the day. I mean, if it wasn't for that cat, he was the bus
Mike?
driver. He got the gear where it needed to go. No, Adrian, dude. That motherfucker was a bad motherfucker. Mike.
Mike.
Talking about Robert White.
I don't think anybody knows what you're talking about, dude.
Robert White.
Thank you to them. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. So Stephen, like, let's just talk about like what. So now you're doing pretty well. You've got yourself together. You got your kids now, right? And yeah, you're living life to the fullest. Got a good job as a manager down here. Um, yeah, music, because we just heard you play and it was fucking amazing. And you're still writing music. You're still an artist, man. Like,
Can you throw a camera on those guitars at all?
yeah, fuck yeah, dude. So this guy's got a guitar collection he wants us to see. I will definitely get up and do that. This guy's guitar collection up here is second to none.
That's because you can't kill the dream, dude.
Let me make sure that is actually broadcasting here. No, it is. I can't see over there. There we go. Yep. Okay, so there is his guitars. This is his guitar collection. This is down here at his job, his work. He manages down here at Testament Tattoo. I'm just gonna leave the camera right there. It's actually a good shot. So tell us, and try to talk into the mic.
Okay.
Tell us what so I started seeing you on the scene a little bit about, well, I don't know, about a year and a half ago. You started playing these open mic nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, you down at
Actually,
Rhymers.
That's your fault.
It is my fault. It is my fault. I'm proud of that.
The only reason I played that shit was because you made me.
He's got it's interesting because I heard Steven play and I just knew that. Let me just explain to my perspective because, like Steven said, there's
Dude,
a
I'll get up and
perspective.
jam one of those songs.
Yeah, no, we're gonna jam one more before we go. That'll be our kickoff for the night. Steven, a couple of years ago, like I told you, I hadn't seen him in a long time. When I did see him, I fucking caught him on Facebook. I saw him at a friend's house. We said hi. He said, "What's up?" All that good stuff. Now, this dude fucking posts a live video of him playing a song, and he's gonna play that song right now. He was playing an acoustic version of this fucking song, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I couldn't believe my ears. I just knew him as a punk kid that played heavy metal. Like he played death metal, and I mean, like anybody knows anything about like local bands playing music, like death metal is pretty easy. It's the easiest to play. I think. I don't know. I'm not a musician, but I think that the genres. I think that I enjoy death metal. Don't get me wrong. Whenever I'm ready to, if I'm in that mood, it's I'm 100% Sepultura. I used to listen to that shit. Slayer, all that stuff. I grew up on it. This dude was a death metal band, player, lead singer. So like, I didn't realize how talented this dude was. I saw him on Facebook playing a fucking acoustic version. He's getting ready to play it right now. And I was blown the fuck away. It was when I had just started the UCL, and I called this dude up and I said, "Bro, what the fuck are you doing, man?" Like, I had no idea how, I didn't know that you could play that well, bro. Like, I just didn't have any idea that you played all these instruments, and then
Or that can actually sing.
that he could actually fucking sing. Like the guy could sing. All I ever heard was, "Oh, oh." yeah, sometimes this is the right thing to listen to. Anyway, man, go grab a fucking acoustic, man. Go kick it into gear. Yeah, we're gonna cut out with this song. The guy's available for Mike nights. Man, he'll come to your party and play. He's a musician. He's self-employed. So if you need anything as far as live entertainment goes, man, this guy fucking knocks it out of the park. He's getting ready to knock it out of the park right now. Let me get set up, bro. You're just gonna play the acoustic version, right? Yeah, that's my guy right there. Stay tuned because he's just a couple of seconds here. Hurry up, motherfucker. Damn. It's my buddy. I can talk to him like that. Oh, yeah, I'm growing the beard out. I know everybody's like wondering why I look so scruffy. I got the request to grow the beard out from somebody, my assistant, Jamie. My assistant, Jamie, she asked me to grow it out. It's not really, her name's not Jamie. It's Kara, it's my wife. Yeah, it's No Shave November. It is. It's getting ready to be No Shave November. Anyway, I'm growing my shit out for winter. She asked me last year, somewhere around spring. No, it was COVID. It was when the COVID quarantine hit. She says, I don't think you should shave. I think you look good with a beard. I've never grown a beard before in my life. I grew this bad boy out, and man, I look sexy in a beard. It was awesome. She tells me that all the time, but I'm not really sexy. I have gotten a lot of hits. That's good. When I was what? Oh! Okay, so I got a lot of hits when I was growing my beard out because it looked good. I don't know about hits. What do you mean hits? Like, a lot of people said that I look good in a beard. Anyway. Oh, you need to stop. Because it's covering his fucking face. Exactly. It's covering. Anyway, Carlos from Straight Edge Barbershop. He had me all looking real good and everything. My beard looked nice. It started to get warm, and it was I don't know. I just never really got into it. But I'm gonna grow it again because it's winter, and it'll help keep my face warm. Also, it'll hide the like scars from when I've been beat up. Okay, so he's ready to go. You ready to go, Steven? You guess? All right, I'm going to adjust this camera. Hey, come over and adjust this camera for me. Jamie? Yeah, cut the overhead too. He's freaking out. Yeah, pull that lamp back. It doesn't need to be that close to him. Poor guy. It was probably. No, again, I'm still blind from it. It's all right. All right. Yep. He's just about ready to play this awesome song. Yep. My assistant Jamie is moving stuff around so that we can. Yep. Now take that. Yeah, atta girl. Atta girl. She's getting ready to. Yep. All right. To the right. To the right. To the left. To the left. She's busy me. Holy shit, babe. I can't either. Oh, yep. My bad. Let's do it again. How about that? It's tough to adjust that thing. Okay, good. Okay, you got it. Now, grab the iPad, please, and you can walk around it. Okay? Yeah, you're good. Ready? I'm going to add you to the stream. Point. Me on it? No, you're pointing at him. Okay. Okay, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. You got to turn around. Turn around. Atta girl. My assistant Jamie, she works hard. Everybody give her a round of applause. Perfect. All right. Here we go. See the strange. Let's sing this song.
It's called Without You. It's just died. I lost my speaker.
Where do we go?
It's dead.
What?
Where do I go?
Was it like you plugged in or what?
I was, but here we go. I'll switch to the Taylor and we won't worry about it.
He's gonna switch.
What's the
to
thing
Taylor
that I learned in this business? It's how to improvise when
He's
as
gonna switch to the Taylor. We're not gonna worry about it.
Where's the Taylor?
I don't know.
Oh, it's over here.
Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So your name's okay, it's unusual. I think it's unusual. All right. So this is 100% live, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Strange without you.
It's so sweet. Just tell me, darling. Well, I saw her waiting for you, and after all we've been through, how could you and why did you let go? I deserve to know. Why can't you face me? Look me in the eye. Did I hurt you? Did I disappoint you? I've grown angry, I've grown cold without you.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for that, man. That was Stephen Strange, who was playing us a song called "Without You." The short and simple version. Yep, it's the version that I saw him play on Facebook. And anyway, I kicked him in his ass when I saw it, and I made him do open mic night. Yeah, he's been playing open mic since then, and really gotten back into this groove of playing music again, man. And I mean, I'm glad I could contribute to that. I just didn't have any idea you were that talented. Um, anyway, man, like it's been great talking to you. I do have to get up in the morning and do a podcast with professional fighter Mikey England. Um, so I don't want to get too lit up tonight. We're having a couple beers. I'm okay to do that because I'm not driving for one, and I am also not in a fight camp. So that's that I yeah, it's been in a fight camp for the last 2 months. So it's been alcohol free. And we another thing I haven't really talked about it. I did a little bit with Jeremy Horton yesterday's podcast, and the fight was disappointing to say the least. I'm kind of a sore loser a little bit sometimes. Not normally am I a sore loser. I'm usually fairly decent. I don't know, man. Like Anthony just keeps talking shit, and it irritates the fuck out of me. Because he kind of, in my opinion, didn't really. I made a mistake. I'll just say that. I feel like I lost the fight. I don't feel like he won it, and I hope that fucking he watched this podcast because fuck you. That's why. Um, he's not humble at all. He's not a humble winner. He talks shit from the minute that he won. Said it was an easy win. It wasn't a fucking easy win. I took your bitch ass down, and you were getting ready to eat some serious elbows. But he did. Would you stop? I'm trying to goddamn talk. Don't you getting me pissed off and fired up? Yes, Caramay. Thank you for adding that. She get me fired up. I don't want to go into too much shit talking. I just want to say that I do disagree with the way he behaved after the fight. Pretty much everybody that I've ever beaten, I've never had anything bad to say about them. I always gave them props for this, that, and the other. It's just be classy. Yeah, this here's a lesson for you young fighters coming up. I'm 59 fights in, 40 something years old, and if I've learned a few things over the years, it's to be humble, because you never know. What they say, the old saying, where be careful who you step on your way up. Can you turn off that iPad again? It's echoing. Be careful who you step on your way up, because they might just be the person that you need to fall on your way down. So just remember, when you're for you fighters, like, just be humble, man. Yeah, you don't got to be cocky or talk shit. If you beat someone, man, you know what? Let your actions speak louder than your words. Anthony has not done that. Hold on a second. We got problems. Are you gonna? Okay. No, that's good. All right, perfect. Yeah. So just be careful. Like, Anthony has not been humble. He's really just talk shit, man. It's not necessary. As a fighter, you should be humble. You should let your fist do the talking. Not everybody does that, especially guys that have not got a lot of wins. Uh, you can kind of tell the posers from the real fighters by that right there in general, in my opinion, anyway. I fought 59 times. I've won over half of them, so that's a lot of wins. It's a lot of losses too. So I've had to deal with both wins and losses. It's you gotta so you've got to figure out, as a fighter, when you get to where you've had 20 or 30 fights. At that point, you'll start to figure out that, like, there's a way to behave. There's a way to be. Yeah, I don't have a problem with trash talk because it hypes up a fight before the fight. But after the fight, you know what? It just it blows me away, because I wasn't trash talking. Although I didn't mind him trash talking, because it hyped the fight up. He definitely sold some extra tickets for me. But the post fight talk is not necessary, man. We've done our jobs. We've sold our tickets. Now it's time to come back down to who we really are. And if you're really that person, man, I mean, like, I think you're fighting for the wrong reasons. Um, we all fight for our own reasons. We all play music for our own reasons, just like Steven. Um, it it's it's fun to to hype up a fight by saying whatever you want to say. I like that, and I will participate in it all the same. But after it's done, I mean, it's not personal. We're doing a job out there. We're paid to entertain, so I get it, man. But all I can say is be humble, guys. Be humble in all of your endeavors, regardless of what they are, because you never know when you're going to be the person that might need that person that you have been a piece of shit to help you out. You're burning bridges when you do that. So anyway, enough of insight and philosophy from a guy that's got such a short fuse. Thanks for tuning in.